Hey guys, I know it's been a while. I wanted to check back in, show you some of the things I've changed on the bike. Starting with the tires, I switched those out to the Mitas Enduro Trail XT Pluses. We're testing those out. I got maybe 300-400 miles on them so far. Switched out my Mosko Reckless 80 bags for the new Arroyo color 40 liters, and then added 2 extra aux pucks to that as well to put on the crash bars. I'll show you those too. Today I also want to change out the racking system on the rear of the bike. I got this homemade just round stock bar I bent up and welded up to attach the rear of the bags. I want to get rid of that. It doesn't hold the bags far enough back. And then I want to get rid of the side racks and just put some clear 3M over it to protect the plastics. Like I said, I switched over front and rear to the Mitas Enduro Trail XT Plus. So far, I'm not the biggest fan of them. They're all right. I find the front to be a little twitchy and it likes to dip in. Not bad on the blacktop, but off-road it's a little weird. Feels a little unsafe, a little twitchy, kind of like the last front I had was until I'd really wore it in. The rear's pretty good. If you like to slide around corners, it breaks traction really easily. Not sure I'm a big fan of it. I really prefer, let me grab it. So this was the Moto Z Tractionator Ral Z rear. I love this tire. The only downside to it is it's really hard to get on and off the rim, but the hard carcass also comes with its benefits as well. I had that flat and I was able to run on it for a long time. 3,000 miles on these. And they still have quite a bit of tread left if I needed to run them. I love this rear. This is probably the rear I'll continue to go back to. Lasted a long time. Traction was great. I've been through anything and everything on this, from wet, I've been in the snow on it, rocks, mud, you name it. This thing has been a great tire. On the front, the dual venture, not a huge fan of this one. Now that it's wore down a little bit, it's been a little bit better. It's worn kind of weird, like you have little spots where it's just flattened out for some reason. Kind of a twitchy tire. This one's nice because the tread rounds over the side, so when you take a corner, it rides a little nicer, whereas this one's kind of like just a square. Not a big fan of this one, probably won't go back to it. I think my favorite front I've ran so far is the Continental TKC 80. This has been one of the best front tires. It just doesn't last very long. It's softer, the tread's not very tall, but the feel, it doesn't dip, it feels safe, it feels light. It is a great front. Might actually put this one back on once I wear this one down a little bit. The only downside is it is soft. I had a piece of tumbleweed puncture it and kill my tube. Could have been a fluke thing more than a tire thing. I know they have TKC 82 version that's out now or coming out. Really love this tire. Next tire, I might try the Trail Max Raids from Mitas. I've heard great things about them, but we'll see. Let's get cracking on this rear. All right, so this is the rack I'm gonna try and get on here. Should, everything's in theory. It should come off those, sit somewhere around here. I'd like to try and get it forward a little more so it's not hanging off the rear so far, but we'll drill some holes if we have to. First thing I got to do is get all this stuff unbolted and out of my way so I can get the 3M plastic Just clear 3M, clear paint protection, 6" by 70", and we'll just bring that around both sides. Quite the crackly noise. We'll bring that around both sides. So let me get a wrench and start pulling this stuff apart. Trick with your seat. Instead of having to mess with those bolts every time, I just screwed them straight into here. And then when you put your seat on, it just pops down over those. And then you don't have to take screws out every time. All right, I'm gonna prep this by cleaning it a little bit with alcohol. So everything sticks nicely. Alcohol up. It's the next day. I think I finally settled on something. You can ignore this. I'm testing something out. So I'd put the rear rack on and it stuck out like way past the taillight, and I don't know why it drove me crazy. I don't like it sticking out way past there. Anyway, I drilled new holes and moved it forward, which worked all right, but it gave like, on the saddle part, it made this weird like arch that kind of drove me crazy, and I didn't like it. So I did what I should have done from the beginning, and I just ordered the knoblin from Mosko, and I drilled it into the weird little rear seat thing I found. Since it's made of aluminum, bolted onto plastic, we'll see how long it lasts. But I drilled it through there and put it on there, and I think I actually got it where I want it. I pulled off the side racks and pulled off everything, because why do I need all that extra weight? And I think what I got now is kind of perfect for me. I know a lot of people don't like the bags all up on them, but for aggressive, fast riding, I really like the bags to be as close to the center of the bike as possible for balance. Like as close as I can get them to me in the middle of the bike, I feel like the bike's so much more stable. I'll show you the riding position here. Don't fall over. So for a lot of people, this probably doesn't matter. I'm probably overanalyzing. But when I'm on the bike riding, I want the bags as close to me, center of the bike, all the weights right here. A lot of people probably don't care, but I find it super stable that way. And then when standing up on the toes, dropping the heels, I am hitting the bags with the back of my legs, but I kind of like that locked in feeling when shifting around. I mean, usually you want your shins straight vertical when you're riding, but I think that's kind of perfect. I don't know, you guys can tell me what you think, but I think that's actually gonna be right where I want it. We'll take it out and ride it, test ride it, see what it feels like, but I think that feels pretty stinking good. I don't know, that's a problem. I gotta figure out the straps. Like, I don't have anything to tie this to that isn't the passenger pegs. I would love to get rid of the passenger pegs for all the extra weight they are. Maybe I can make a little loop right here so I'm not rubbing against that. We'll see. But I really like where that's at. Like, it's enough room for me. And then this, I just threw this on here so I'm gonna test it out somewhere I can stuff gloves or paper or whatever. It's a very Triumph thing to have a piece of netting right there, but we'll see. But for right now, stupid microphone, sorry, probably didn't hear anything I said, but for right now, I think that's, I don't know, it feels pretty good. We'll find out. I might need to move it back more so this isn't hitting my legs. You can't adjust the angle on the 40 liters like you can the Reckless 80s. You can actually move the screws and adjust the leg. Can't do it on these ones, but I don't know, we'll see. I think it'll be a pretty good position. I should probably put my boots on. Usually when I'm riding, you know, I'm heels down, butt out, elbows up. I think this will be the way to go. We'll get out and put some miles on it, jump it around, see what wiggles loose. But I think how it's sitting right now, I think I'll roll with that. I really like how in line the bag is with the rear of the bike. There's no gap. It's up against the body nicely. It doesn't wing out really bad. Like, it fits really, really well on there. And I really like it, so I'm hoping it works. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me in my madness of tinkering around out here. I think, man, if this setup works, then I've done pretty much everything to the bike I wanted to. I think the only things holding me back at this point is a D-cat and an ECU tune and the suspension. Like, I think I've about beat the crap out of this suspension. I don't think it can handle much more, but that'll be very expensive. If anyone wants to sponsor a suspension on this, hit me up. I'll get some photos for you too. Anyway, guys, in the next one, we'll get out and hammer this thing and see how this setup works out. And then I got a shoot I need to do for a company and for some of their gear. And I've kind of got a trip planned for when and how I'm going to do it. So that'll be another video coming up, is just me out doing some work on that. But the next one, probably just get out and hammer this bike for a little bit, do a little shakedown run, see how things work out. But thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Do the like, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit me up if you got any questions, or if you got suggestions about being able to pull this off without a crazy amount of racks and stuff. Or if you know a rack that fits really well and doesn't go out past the taillight, send me a link. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, take it easy.